Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Dreamers Game 1, where we are playing Yomi. This is turn 42, actually, not 41. So, I had a issue. One of the turn 41 did not get saved. So, unfortunately, that turn is lost to all of existence. But I can tell you the basics of what happened in it. There was not much in the way of action, just a little bit of raiding back and forth, and the biggest note, I think, was that the 5 arcane probings resulted in us getting +3 arcane or astral pearls. So that was actually really nice. That was the biggest development of turn 41. So let's jump into turn 42, shall we? So at the top of the round, we have completed research in Thaumaturgy 4. Very nice. And we have completed research in Enchantment 3. So Thaumaturgy 4, Enchantment 3, done. Notate that. And then we did a little bit of site searching. We did an arcane probing, found nothing. Dark knowledge, found an enchanted tomb in Tapanete, which gives us +1 death gem. Augury, found nothing. We did a revive king last round to lead some of our reanimated troops. Voice of Apsu, found nothing, and we did another reanimation. So only real development from a gem income standpoint is +1 death gem. That. And then we have a series of battles to watch. So this is another development that happened at the end or at last turn in turn 41. And that is that Helheim and Ubar have engaged in war, right? And this, I think, is actually really good news. We discussed at the beginning of Ubar attacking Saramatia that was very concerning for me, right? Because if Ubar wins, right, if Ubar defeats Saramatia swiftly, then Ubar sees me in a protracted war with Hinnom, and now they have a very large border with me, very incentivized to come at me. But instead of that opportunity, what has happened is Ubar and Helheim are now at war. Now, this is both nice for me, but also very threatening. And the reason for that is that while Helheim and Ubar, I have naps with both, right? So I'm okay as far as that goes, right? But the winner in a war between either of them is gonna be basically the dominant player in the entire game. So I have to be very careful, and I can't just be idle this entire time, because if I am idle trying to deal with Hinnom this entire time, I might turn around and 10, 15, 20 turns later find an extremely dominant Ubar or an extremely dominant Helheim to try to deal with. So that is an interesting development for us, potentially useful development for us, but also a very potentially threatening development for us. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So let's watch a bunch of battles, shall we? Helheim has attacked Ubar in Peskin. So we've got, the Helheim Kirdmen kind of rolling around. And this is going to be pretty much nothing, just some PD. Not going to be able to stand against mounted Herdmen. Not a loss. Ubar has attacked into Helheim. This is kind of counter raiding on his part, if I'm remembering correct. Yeah, and Helheim has just put a single PD here, so we've got some air elementals that come out, some swarms that come out, easy engagement. Maybe a little bit overkill on what's actually here, but Ubar takes some stuff back. We are raiding in Scardian Vale. Bunch of Bakemono Show with Yaris. Should be an easy victory. Stabby. Easy peasy. So we lose one Bakemono Show. And we did, by the way, oh, no. Sorry. I was going to say that we did combine the forces of Tadashi and Kiyotomo, but this is actually a different Bakemono Show force. Scardian Veil got raided from us last turn by Hinnom, and then we, took it back this turn. We are raiding in Troll Woods. Who is this? Masatomo and Kiyotomo. Interesting. Bunch of Bandar. They do have a lot of ranged units here. I think we took a fair amount of casualties on this. We took 3. So yeah, that's unfortunate. We got hit in Great Mountains. Oh, this is just a Melkart counter raiding us. Oh, this poor air demon priest over here. You're so nice, air demon priest. I would have loved to have you. But you're only PD. Well, hail. And he runs. Alright, well, that is what it is. So we get counter-raided in Great Mountains. Another battle in Light Hills between Helheim and Ubar. And this is just a single van here. Has a very cheap setup. Vine Shield and Frostbrand. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Gonna bless. Gonna cast Air Shield. Gonna cast Mist Form. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great. Super, super economical. Very efficient thugging. Love it. Love it. Alright, cool. So Helheim wins there. We get hit in Strongdale. And this is actually interesting. So Strongdale's in our territory. Not like off on the side. In our territory. We talked about this, I think several turns ago. The idea of, oh, this guy's got winged shoes. What if Hinnom starts to, like, jump into our territory? And my statement was like, well, that's actually really dangerous for Hinnom, because if he doesn't have good intel, if he doesn't know where he's jumping and he jumps on the wrong place, he's going to run into a bunch of demons. And in point of fact, he doesn't run into a bunch of demons, but there's a fair little chunky amount here. So, yeah. Let's see how this guy does. Gonna go and bless himself up. Gonna go ahead and protection from fire. Fire shield. Alright, so the fire shield is gonna let him do whatever. And now he's engaged. So he hasn't flown into our back line or anything like that. He's engaged with probably the strongest units on the field, aside from the fact that there is a Dione here. Right? So he is getting hit. That was an 18 damage hit, right? 11 damage hit. And he is getting butchered. And that is what can happen if a Melkart jumps into the wrong fucking province. Because there can be a shit ton of demons there. And even, I say a shit ton, but honestly, what actually engaged him was 10, 15 demons. These Aka Onis and Kuro Onis and Onis hit so hard that they can absolutely threaten something like a Melkart, especially something like a Melkart that doesn't have a full kit or a really aggressive buff cycle, right? Like a Melkart who has a full kit and comes in with things like Temper Flesh and Iron Skin and has like regeneration and stuff like that. That type of Melkart's probably going to be able to do fine, but I kind of like a half-assed attempt is going to get shut down real easy. So that was a Melkart dead in Strongdale to nothing. To absolutely nothing. And we actually got a free pair of winged shoes. So that was nice. Another battle in Ubar attacking Helheim. So we've got a couple of the Ubaran Desert Warriors. These guys are pretty neat. A couple of Shaitans, which are mini Ifrits. And this is just a single point of PD. Helheim, I think, is somewhat. It's one of those. It's one of those nations that kind of has an unfair advantage in the fact of how good their 1 point PD can be, because it's a sacred, blessable, high skilled unit, like high quality unit, right? So, anyways, they do lose, but you know, Ubar came in swinging real hard. We have been attacked in Belfields. And this is just against a single PD. What do we have here? So a very, very light kit, nothing big. What's he doing? Iron Skin, Temper Flesh. Right. So like this guy, for example, would have done better against them. But even then, right, his defense is not so high that he's not going to get hit. And when he does get hit, he's going to get hit for, 15-ish, something like that. Because they're doing, like, close to 30 damage. If he's reducing it, well, I guess it kind of depends, right? Like, gonna be hitting for, like, 15-ish. And then they got to roll through the protection. So it's going to reduce it a fair amount, but they're still going to be able to chip him. And regeneration 10%. So this guy probably do okay, but still killable, right? Definitely still killable. So he's definitely going to win in Belfields. We attack in Parch Expanse. Little army running around. Just volley fire over here. Easy peasy. And then we attack in Eagle Reach Mountains with another bunch of Bakemono Show with Yaris. Now, we are up against a fair number of barbarians here, so this is somewhat scary. We poked them down. Ah! But they routed. We routed. Everybody's routed. They routed faster. We still have some things on the field. Still have some things on the field, but that went pretty poorly for us. So this group is going to need to consolidate with another group. And then we have we attacked in Saramation territory in Golan Fields, and this is going to be nothing basically. That fucking haste. It's so fast. Oh, a Terui. Alright, cool. So we win in Golan Fields. So, a lot of battles this turn. 5 wins and 2 losses versus Hinnom. And then 1 win and 0 losses against Saramesha. Okay. Jot that down. And then we have some events. We've got a rebirth event in Kodal Swamp. We have a massive treasure event in Golem Range. So 1,140 gold, 5 fire gems, 2 air gems, 2 water gems, 5 earth gems, and an armor of souls is really valuable. And then in Molaton, we get nature gems as well. So events this turn. 1,140 gold, 5 fire, 2 air, 2 water, 5 earth, 6 nature, and an armor of souls. Astoundingly good event turn for us. Very, very nice. Let me jot that down. Okay, cool. Let's pop out and take a look at what is going on. There wasn't really anything else. Take a look at what's going on here. So, big issue is Hinnom has moved forward to threaten or to posture against us in our territory. This is a very big army. It's a very dangerous army. We're going to have to find a way to deal with it. So what we are doing right now is consolidating troops. We talked about this, I think, on turn 40. But we have a fair number of troops in Mysia, and we have a fair number of troops around that territory as well in Iron Caverns, in Kodal Swamp, etc. So we are consolidating all of those units into both Iron Caverns and Missia, right? So that we can have them there ready together. We did send out this unit as maybe like we can threaten um, last time, but we're just going to reconsolidate that for now. Aside from that, you'll notice that we've got a lot of sneaking options here. So we have several forces that are moving into Hinnom territory that are stealthy raiders. We've got 1, 2, 3 that are moving in. We've got another that is actually attacking in Shambolic this turn. Then we have 2 over here that are already in Hinnom territory. And then we also have Tokomochi's force. So the idea here is to just very oppressively raid, stealthily raid Hinnom territory, and we can look and see, yes, Lanka is continuing to move into ex-Agarthan land, and hopefully in a number of turns is going to be able to just sweep in and take over all of this territory so that Hinnom doesn't have access to it. But what I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm trying to like cut off, lines of retreat. But he's got a lot of Melkarts sitting around here doing stuff. We're probably going to prep a trap. We've seen what happens if a Melkart unprepared runs into a chunk of demons, and he keeps doing this, right? He keeps counter-raiding, taking Belfields, taking Great Mountains, etc. So what we are actually doing this turn is we took Eagle Reach Mountain. So rather than go to a new location with Tokomochi, we're actually moving from Parched Expanse into Eagle Reach Mountains with the expectation that he's probably going to send a Melkart or something else there to try to counter-raid it. And we're going to catch whatever he sends there with Tokomochi, and we're going to kill it. We're going to smack it in the fucking face and kill it, basically. So that's the hope anyways. What else do we have going on besides the raiding, besides the consolidation? We've got another. Never mind. That's a little group of stuff. Yeah, we've been producing Lizard Warriors. Lizard Warriors, another decent example of like not great units, but they can stab through a Rephite or a Melkart if needed, right? I think that's pretty much it as far as like movement and strategic planning really go. Ubar has pretty much taken all of these Sarmatian lands. There are a few little holdouts here or there, but they have handily won against Sarmatia. I talked about this at the beginning of this turn, but there's the concern now, right? Does Helheim bowl over Ubar? Is Ubar able to defend himself against Helheim? Is Ubar going to bowl over Helheim, right? Like, which direction is this going to go? Is it going to go fast? Is it going to go slow? So we got to kind of keep our eyes on all of that situation and figure out what the plan is there. So there's that. So let's talk about what we are doing this turn as far as rituals go. So we've got Voice of Apsu continuing to go off. We've got 5 more Arcane Probings going off. We have another Reanimation going off. We've got an actual Mound King here now that we're trying to reanimate or fill up on Long Dead so we can go and patrol down Ghent with, basically. And then we're actually in Missia. No, not Missia. Where are we doing this? In Iron Caverns, we are actually starting to summon Shikome this turn. So Shikome aren't... I don't know that I'm going to summon a lot of Shikome, because Shikome aren't super... Like, they're not super strong, so I don't think they're going to be incredibly valuable against the Rephites. But they are going to add some opportunities so that if we can get them on a flank and we can get them around the Rephites and into some of the squishier targets, they can kill things really, really quick. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think Shikome are more valuable for Yomi when you're using a killy bless rather than a defensive bless. But I still think they're a worthwhile unit to use. And we'll probably show them off next turn when we actually have some of them. So I don't think we don't have any of them. So rituals: 1 Voice of Apsu, 1 Reanimation, 5 Arcane Probings, and 1 Summon Shikomi. So that's what we're doing that turn. And then we've got a lot of forging this turn. A whole lot of forging. Seeing the army move forward, we know, hey, we've only got a couple of turns before we have to have Dionis that are ready to engage. So we're putting together armor sets, basically. So we are forging another Lightless Lantern. That's going to happen probably until the end of time. Another Dwarven Hammer. That's going to happen probably for another couple turns. We're doing another Winged Shoes, even though we got a free one this turn. That was pretty nice. We got one on this guy over here. We're doing another Shadow Brand. We're doing another Girdle of Might. We're doing, I think, our first Scutato Volturnus. Very valuable item. I think probably the best base shield in the game, maybe next to Vine Shields, right? Another Armor of Knights, another Horror Helmet, and 2 Rings of Regeneration, because those are very valuable for us. So that is what we are doing as far as forging goes. And this windfall in money allowed us to do quite a few things. Just recruiting, basically, like not panic. I want to throw that out there. Not panic units, but fallback units, so to speak, right? Trying to fill out little, because we've had little clusters of units here or there, but being able to produce some more infantry in the right situation is basically potentially going to be an important thing for us. We're also producing more Naminaris in various locations and basically just trying to utilize our money as we can. We're still sending money to Ubar. I think this is the last turn for that, though. Either this turn or next turn's the last turn, which means all of a sudden we're going to have a lot more gold every turn to basically do what we're doing right now. And hopefully that means we're not going to have any more turns where we miss Dionis, and we're hopefully maybe going to be able to put up some more infrastructure here or there. Not 100% sure on that, though, so we'll see. It's going to take us a couple turns to get Pastena down. Not in any huge rush for that. Ubar has not made any... hasn't, like, threatened anything, saying like, oh, that's mine, get away from it, or anything like that. I think, especially with the engagement from Helheim, they've got, plenty to keep them busy right now. And with Lanka moving into the Hinnom territories, I am feeling better about what's going on here. But this is going to be an issue, right? Like, this particular army is going to be an issue in trying to deal with what's going on. So let's take a look. This is the biggest thing going on right now. Let's take a look at... Oh, we don't get to see it yet. So we'll see if they actually move in on us. They might not even move in on us. They might, with being attacked by Lanka, they might decide, oh, no, it's not worth it. We need to, like, just play defensively. But I have not gotten that impression from the Hinnom player. I think they're going to come right into our lands, and they're maybe even going to drive right for Yomi. I would expect, like, Ulm's the that's the savvier play. Like, go for Ulm and establish yourself up here and then push down. But they might just be like, fuck it, no, we're gonna go take your capital, fuck you. And if that is their play, I think that's a mistake. I think we've got them if that's their play. Because the further away from their front line they get, the closer to our heartland they get, the less reinforcement they are going to be able to accomplish, and the more we're gonna continue researching, we're gonna continue being able to do things. I think just having an army of 400 demons bopping them is probably going to be enough, but we're going to continue to progress and try to make sure we have other options available as well. But yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Should be an exciting couple of turns as we see what Hinnom decides to do, and as we move into, you know, this pattern of raiding and then baiting out counter raids. So I'm pretty excited to see how that all goes. And I'm excited to see if Lanka has success in the Agarthan territories. I've been conversing with Lanka. Things are going well, I think, on that front. I believe that they are on board with the concept of what is happening. Though they are also, it seems, concerned with Helheim and the turnout of the Helheim-Ubar war, right? So they might be a fleeting ally only. We'll have to see. They might be in this for the long haul, or they might be like, okay, well, we did a little bit, peace out, Hinnom, we've got to go kill Helheim or something like that before they win the game. So I do not know exactly how that is going to turn out. We'll have to see. I think that's probably it, though. So we haven't checked the Hall of Fame in a while. Ubar has moved in quite a few units into the Hall of Fame. We still have several, though. Ainu is Iron Will. Ainu is magic resistance. Cool. And we haven't checked I haven't shown off our magic resources in a while, so still really low on fire gems, unfortunately. I want to get more augury going, but the people who can cast augury, I'm busy doing other stuff with right now. We don't have anyone really to be doing auspex, unfortunately. Voice of Apsu has not come to fruition yet. We haven't even started trying to do things like gnome lore. Well, I don't think we can yet, right? Yeah, we can now, but we haven't started trying to do things like gnome lore. Even so, we still have a pretty good earth income. Arcane Probing has given us a couple of Astral Pearls so far. Dark Knowledge, we've done a little bit of Dark Knowledge, but we're mostly okay, but we haven't gotten a lot of things, and we haven't started doing anything like Harspex yet, so it's what it is. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this turn. Excited to see where the next couple turns go. That's going to be it. Bye-bye, everybody. That's going to be it. I said that's going to be it like 17 times. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.